So in Garry's mod, there are a lot of ways that you can hurt yourself. Like, I mean, a lot of ways. But there truly never is a way to understand which parts of your body take the most damage. Well, this mod is aiming to fix that. This is the more realistic health system. Alright guys, so to start this video off, how does this work? Well, to put it simply, you're going to be able to see exactly what kinds of damage on which limb you get. You get 4 different limbs, and then of course your head, and we could see the individual health values for each one. Now the cool thing is you're going to get different effects based on how much damage is sustained to which body part. Now in the description of the mod, you're going to find a few commands. This is the first one, and this is going to pretty much be, well, how we can adjust everything. And when I say you can adjust everything, I mean it. You can really, truly adjust everything. There's a ton of really cool stuff here that I'm not going to bore you guys with in today's video, but I did want to mention that it is here. You could change the individual health values for each limb, and, you know, if you feel like one limb is kind of taking too much damage too easily, you can easily adjust that, as well as some other cool things. Alright, next command, go ahead and type this in, and you can put in the bind to open up the health menu. Once you have that binded, simply press that key, and finally we have access to our health menu to see exactly what needs healing. So in order to properly showcase this, let's go ahead and take some damage. If we were to sustain a fall, now we could see that, oh hey, looks like my right leg took a little bit of damage there. But you will notice that everything else is pretty much okay. Alright, so I've fallen quite a few times, and you're going to start to notice that something is very wrong. Our screen is starting to go gray, and everything's starting to shake. Taking a look, uh-oh. Looks like we've taken a little bit too much damage. For some reason, one of my legs has taken all the damage. I guess I'm a right leg landing kind of man. And you can't see it on screen, but we have only 50 health, so what if we take that down to 0? And now our right leg is 0. Now we can't move all that much because our leg is disabled, which is not a good thing. I can't really run. Jumping is still quite possible, so at least we have that going for us, but we are definitely way too slow. But guys, we do have a bit of an issue. Even if I took med kits, which I just did, I'm at 100% health now. Yes, the screen shaking effect went away, but unfortunately we are still slow because, well, guess what? My leg is still damaged. That's because there's a very special item I need. This is the leg splint. Go ahead and take this. And finally I have a bit of relief. Unfortunately, it didn't heal me all that much, but that's okay, there's plenty of leg splints to go around. Now we're back up to tip-top shape, and it's pretty much like we never took damage at all. Alright, summoning in Combine, let's see what it looks like when we take different types of damage. Alright, we're definitely, we're taking a little bit too much there. Okay, oof, I have 16 health. Things ain't looking so good. Now in terms of damage, I kind of took it all over the place. A little bit in my left arm, a little bit in my chest, a little bit in my head. However, because the Combine are not very good at aiming, I'm probably gonna die before anything really breaks. Now thankfully we do have arm splints. However, that's not going to fix the major issues I have, and that's that I'm, well, kind of suffering from a lot of damage all over the place. That is where the medkit comes in. The medkit is going to heal all your body parts, and now things are looking pretty good. Alright, so, what just happened there? Because we dropped our weapons. Well, guys, unfortunately, that's what's going to happen when the health bar of one of your arms hits 0. So I did make sure that I turned over to my right side so that my right arm would get hit. And yes, depending on the parts of the body they shoot, it will actually go down accurately. It's not just some random guess. As you can see, we didn't take really any leg damage, but we did take a lot of chest damage, a decent amount of head, and definitely a lot of right arm damage. That's going to make it to where you're going to drop some weapons, and also, I'm clicking right now. It only shoots when it feels like it because your arm is damaged. You can't pull the trigger all the time. I just think that is such a cool mechanic to make it seem more realistic. Now guys, again, it's very important. Regular medkits are not going to do justice. You're still going to sustain that damage. You're going to need to utilize either the stims in the pack or the medkit from the pack to fully replenish everything. But we do have one more body part left to see, and well, it's going to be in many ways the most crucial one. And that, of course, being our head. So, Oh, I can barely even see now. And that's because our head is at 1.75 damage. The screen shaking is literally unplayable. I can't even aim. My cursor is even starting to move on its own. I can't shoot simply because, well, my right arm has no more health. This is the absolute worst possible scenario you could be in. Everything is making a faint echo, it's hard to hear anything, but we're not quite there yet. Let's take this all the way to the maximum and see what it looks like when our head reaches 0. Well, unfortunately, you can gulp down as many medkits as you want. My health right now, guys, it was actually 100. So how did I die? Well, if your head reaches 0, it's curtains for you. Even if your health is 100, doesn't matter. This is the part of your body you have to keep the most safe, and that makes a ton of sense. So there you guys go. That was the more realistic health system. Definitely a cool idea for Garry's mod. Anything that adds more realism to the game is always a treat to me. Just seeing how far we can push the limits of the source engine. But as always, guys, I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. Links will be in the description. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this until the end. Use code NecrosVideos to save 20% off your next G Fuel order. And until next time, thanks for watching and farewell.